Hi, you're watching HEXUS TV. I'm Parm. Today we have with us Miodrag, CoolerMaster's UK marketing manager, and he's brought with him today a brand new high-end CPU cooler, the CoolerMaster V8, which is something of a car engine that you might have seen in a Mustang. Miodrag, tell us all about it.
First, we have a very unique outlook. It looks like a car engine. From the side, you can see it has a quad radiator, and in between you have a sandwiched 120mm fan. It has 8 heat pipes, and it has a very unique controller that can regulate the fan speed. Okay,
and we don't have the V8 powered on at the moment, but you tell us there's an LED in there. What can we expect from the LED?
You will have as a standard red LED inside, and when in operation, as you can see here on the top, you have these slots. So basically, when in operation, the red light will go through it, like mimicking like engine blocking operation.
Okay, so it's ideal for a case with a clear side panel.
Yes, people who are in modding, who want to display, the internal components, this is perfect cooler for them. Okay. Basically, we wanted to on one side minimize the weight of the cooler, minimize the size of the cooler, and you maximize the surface area, useful surface area of every fin. So we took this unique approach of the 4 fins, into which we feed the heat pipes. Basically, as you know, basically the heat from the heat pipe propagates, in circular motion, from the center of the heat pipe, and it comes onto the fin and goes further. So if you had a big, massive surface area, you would just utilize maybe 25% or 30% or 40%, while the rest of the surface area will not be utilized. It will have so-called dead zone. That just increases the weight and increases the size. So we thought, let's approach in this unique way. So that we have a small surface area with a much better performance.
Okay. So you tell us that the unique fan in the middle there can be changed. Can you explain that for us?
Yes, fan can be replaced. Basically on the top you have these 4 screws. By removing them, you can remove entire this top panel that will together come out with the fan. Fan can be cleaned, replaced, and then put back inside.
Can it be replaced by any fan, or does it have to be a cooler?
No, it doesn't. Unfortunately, it can be replaced with any fan. We would prefer, of course, it's replaced with a CoolerMaster fan.
If it's another fan, what size does it need to be?
Any fan, 120 by 25 will do the trick.
Okay, how about the base? Anything special on you there?
As you can see, base is mirror coated. And why is mirror coated? It's mirror coated to increase the contact area between cooler and the CPU, to increase the efficiency of the heat transfer between CPU and the cooler. And then to that is attached 8 heat pipes. They go to the radiator. As you can see, the radiator surface area is smaller than you would expect. Reason for that is so that the heat from the heat pipe can occupy entire area of the cooler. So that basically we don't have a wasted material, because on some coolers, for example, that just like a square block, heat will propagate up to a certain point, and then it will reach a point, especially in the middle of the cooler, that won't go beyond that, and that is so-called dead zone. That dead zone will not do no good to the cooler, and will not utilize the airstream, and just adding the weight to the entire cooler. So although it looks big, it's only weighs about 850 grams.
Okay, that's quite light for a quad radiator cooler.
You would say they weighs quite a lot, just looking at the size, but actually it's very light, and it will not damage the motherboard, and especially when you install the backplate. It will cause no damage whatsoever to the motherboard. Actually, we have done some drop tests where we installed it and dropped the whole chassis with the cooler inside, just to see if it will snap or bend the motherboard or damage it in any way, and it hasn't.
Okay, well, we won't try any drop tests now because it looks quite clean.
Despite these smaller fins, this still does 180 watts of TDP.
Okay, so that's good heat dissipation. And how much noise are we looking at?
Down at the 800 RPMs, it will produce approximately 17 decibels, and going away all the to 1800 RPMs, it will produce 21 decibels of noise.
Okay, that's pretty quiet, even on full load.
Yes, it is. It's very quiet, and the reason for that is we want to produce hardware that will not generate noise. Because, for example, let's say if an end user wants to watch movie, let's say he has a Blu-ray DVD, wants to watch movie, the CPU will not have a high load. So all we have to do is just reduce the speed down to the 800 RPMs, 17 decibels, almost noiseless. You can enjoy your movie in peace and quiet. And then if you're going to play some games, some CPU intensive games, then you just crank it up to the maximum 1800 RPMs, 21 decibels, still quiet, a little bit noisier than before, but acceptable when you play a game, because you know that the load on the CPU will be very high, and you want to keep temperature down as much as possible.
Okay, now we know that this cooler supports all of the current CPUs, that's Intel Core 2 and AMD's AM2. How about Intel Core i7?
Yes, it does support Intel Core i7, and basically by adding special bracket that can be used with this cooler. And as a few days ago, it's pretty much a standard with all of these coolers and other coolers as well, like a Z600 and some of our other models. Okay,
so the V8 is CoolerMaster's high-end CPU cooler. There's nothing that you do that's better than that at the moment. What can consumers expect to pay?
Our recommended retail price is $48.80 plus VAT, so including VAT, that is sub £50.
Sub £50 including
yes.
VAT?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, that's Miodrag from CoolerMaster. Thanks for watching HEXUS TV.